What's up, my YouTube family? This your boy Versatile. This is my YouTube boxing channel, Versatile Boxing Talk, where I'll be giving my opinion and taking your opinions on boxers and up-and-coming boxing events. So like, subscribe, and share. What's up, boxing fans? This your boy Versatile. This is Versatile Boxing Talk, and today I want to talk about a boxing match that I cannot wait to watch. I can't wait to watch it, man. Gervonta Tank Davis and Frank Martin. And I have to say, I'm worried for both fighters, man. And I don't never say that about Gervonta Tank Davis. That's one of my favorite fighters, if not my favorite fighter right now. So at the end of the day, Gervonta Tank Davis has just made the fight look more serious because he's showing right now, 6 to 8 weeks away from the fight, that he's already weighing 138 pounds for a 135-pound fight. Now, you can't tell me this man ain't been training. You can't tell me he ain't been training. You got fighters that got 6 weeks and got to drop 20 pounds, man. This boy is already 3 pounds away from being in the weight class. He could go eat a whole bunch of Taco Bell and McDonald's right now and still make weight for the fight. So Tank basically put a post out there showing the scale, and he was weighing 138 pounds, which I feel like is a message to Frank Martin to show, like, boy, you better. It's levels to this. You know, it's levels of this, and I'm already on the top level. There's a reason why Tank is up for pound best boxer in boxing right now. He's up for pound. It's always him and Canelo at the top. They talk to him, Canelo, and Terrence Crawford, I'd say. But the thing about it is, man, Frank Martin even had something to say. He said he was looking like, man, me and Tank sparred years ago. And he even said Tank ain't get the best of me. He said I ain't gonna say what happened in the fight. We was going back and forth is the most I'm gonna say. But he also said that day he made Tank feel him, and he said that day he knew that he was a great fighter. He knew he was at the top level. Because when I feel like if a boxer go against Tank and they do pretty good, I feel like it builds a momentum in their brain where they feel like, man, I'm almost untouchable. If I could hang with Tank in the ring, I could hang with almost anybody. And which is almost a factor because a lot of people is not hanging with Tank in the ring, if nobody, especially at 135. But me hearing that about their sparring match made me want to watch this fight even more. Because Frank, he just had a smirk when they asked him about their sparring match. You know what I'm saying? I can't really say I know what Tank's response is to that. But all I know is, man, that's dangerous, man, for a man to weigh 138. 8 to 6 weeks away from a fight. You know, I just can't wait to see the fight, man. And both of these fighters will not have no excuses. They should not have no injuries. They both got legendary boxing trainers, man. His Calvin Ford will be a legend, and he's training Tank. I'm sure he in his ear all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he was there when he sparred Frank Martin, so he was able to dissect Frank Martin's boxing game and tell Tank more clearly what he could do to try to defeat Frank Martin. But I'm sure Derrick James and Frank Martin is watching Tank's tapes. And I know Derrick James is a legendary boxing trainer. He's giving Frank Martin all type of gems so he can defend himself against Tank. But all I know is this fight right here is very anticipated, man. I cannot wait, man. After I seen the interview of Frank Martin with that smirk on his face when they asked him about the sparring match between him and Tank, I was sitting there, I kind of backed up like, man, what happened? I was like, what happened? And Frank Martin sat there with a smirk like, man, I ain't gonna get into no details, man. We just went back and forth, you know. But that day it let me know I was great. I was a great boxer. I said, okay, he must have been giving some good work then in there with Tank, man. But all I know is, man, Frank Martin, and that's another thing. I'm not saying Tank is gonna beat Frank Martin because he weighs 138. He weighs 3 pounds more than with the weight class. You know what I'm saying? So far ahead of the fight. The thing about it is Frank Martin. You can look at Frank Martin's physique and tell he works out a lot. You know, he works out a lot. But the thing about it is they've been going back and forth on social media. And Frank Martin basically telling them to bring the smoke. And Tank telling him like, man, I'm gonna not. He telling him like, you're gonna get beat up. You know what I'm saying? But Frank Martin, man, I feel like Frank Martin ain't trying to hear that. I got so much respect for Frank Martin too, because Frank Martin got some hands, man. He beat that one boxer who be acting like he Muhammad Ali, man. He beat the mess out of him, man. Dang, I can't believe I can't remember his name right now. It just skipped over my brain. But man, when Frank Martin beat him, that dude that be wearing them Ali shorts, man, that he beat, man, I done seen him putting hands on people, man. I'm talking about, man, Frank Martin went there and destroyed him. I watched that whole fight second for second, man. Frank Martin is a hell of a fighter, y'all. Do not sleep on Frank Martin either. He know how to hold his own in there. And that's another thing. I feel like Frank don't feel intimidated at all. I'm telling you, sometimes sparring matches build up people's hopes and dreams, man. It builds up their whole momentum in their brain. They be looking like, if I could do this in sparring, but that's another thing. Frank, 8-ounce gloves and 16-ounce gloves is so much different. And I know you got punch power, but the thing about Tank is like Canelo to me. I have not seen nobody stumble him. I haven't ever even seen Tank get rocked, man. I've seen Tank get a punch and back up a little bit. Canelo too, but I've never seen. I feel like those are two fighters you gotta hit them with a kitchen sink, man, to even phase them. Because after I watched how Triple G was just punching on Canelo, man, that fight, man, I was like, man, what the hell? The thing about it is, man, Canelo and Tank are both compact fighters. They're built compact, you know, just like Mike Tyson. That like those type of fighters, man. It's like trying to fight a pit bull. But that's my opinion on the matter, man. Tank weighing 138 weeks before the fight. 135-pound fight. Frank Martin looking good training. He in there training with Ryan Garcia. So, I mean, everybody making each other better, man. I want to know what y'all's opinion is. And I want to also know who y'all think going to win this fight. Because me, I ain't going to lie, I got to go for my boy Tank, man. I got to go for Tank. I'm sorry. If I don't go for Tank, that means it's Tank. That's what I'm about to say right now. This Tank, man, I'm sorry. He got a chin on him, y'all. I don't care what anybody say in the comments, man. And that's another thing. Tank is not fighting the Mexican this time either, y'all. I feel like Tank probably even said he ain't gonna fight another Mexican right now at this particular point because I don't care what type of superstar you is. You go off of your comments on the Twitter and all that. People are trying to put Tank out there like he fighting another Mexican, but y'all see who he fighting now. He fighting Frank Martin, y'all. So hit me up in the comments and let me know what your opinion is on this, man. Who's the winner? I comment back. This is Versatile Boxing Talk. Like, subscribe, share the channel to help build it up. Thank you and have a good day.